Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. In case you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Brenda Mahlobo. I am going to cut straight to the chase because I'm not intending on making this video too long, and the intro as well. So I am here at the Abaqulusi private hospital. It's a private hospital located in Vryheid, KwaZulu-Natal. So this is a relatively new hospital. I'm not quite sure whether it's over 5 years, but I think it's slightly less than 5 years old. It's either 4 years old or at most 5 years old. So what used to happen, just to give you a little bit of background, people who reside here in Vryheid and the neighboring areas as well, like the villages and locations under Vryheid, did not have access to a nearby private hospital. What used to happen, they would go to either Newcastle Mediclinic, which seemed to be the closest at that time, or if it's really an emergency and you are seeing a doctor who's like here in town, Vryheid, and you just needed to be admitted like as a matter of agency, then you'd go have a section within the public hospital here in Vryheid. So, and then thank God somebody saw an opportunity to come and just build this establishment that I'm in here. I'm currently in here with my son because he was not feeling well. So I think at this stage it's just a matter of finishing the treatment that he was given. So he's doing quite much better, but he's still my baby. He's sleeping on top of me, hence I don't even look the part, and I don't think I'm worried about that. I also hope you're not worried about that, because I mean this video is not about that. So I just thought I could give you guys just a layout of what this hospital offers and things like that. But I am going to speak in as far as what I've been exposed to. I'm not going to speak about the other sections within the hospital that I've never been exposed to or even set under their services. So I don't think I'll be truthful in that manner if I were to give a review based on that. So I am in the pediatric section, but it's in the maternity. So I don't know the explanation of that, or just swipe, because there is a pediatrician section. So I'm not sure whether that's now maternity or what was the reasoning behind that, but I don't think it's that much of an issue. So in terms of the service, I'm going to rate it in terms of the service, in terms of how the room looks, which I am still going to show you. I'm not sure whether I'm going to play when I'm editing. I'm not sure whether I'm going to start with the room tour section of this recording, or I'm going to start with this one. Either way, I am going to just give you based on the infrastructure or aesthetics or how this hospital looks, and I'm going to give you a review on based on the service, obviously, and then also the most important part, the meals. Okay. I don't think I'm leaving anything out. If I am leaving an obvious category in these reviews, please just bear with me, because I'm not going to speak like or give the review of the entire establishment, because I've never been exposed to, like I said. So I'm holding my phone with my hand, and I also have this baby boy here, so I was feeling a bit tired on my arm. So in terms of the service, I'm not complaining. The sisters there, or the nurses, and even the doctor are doing quite well, so I don't have any issues whatsoever when it comes to that. Oh, ngiyabonga mama. Usuzongiphathele ne-flask. Ngiyabonga. So, and then when it comes to the food, let me just show you shortly what the lady just brought me. So this is not part of what everyone gets, because it's a bit gloomy outside, and you know, I was just feeling a bit under the weather. Mina, I love tea. Like I don't know, I've realized something about me is that I am growing to love tea. Okay, you know, without mentioning that, like the specifics of like what kind of tea, because now the conversation is going to be about that and why I prefer that particular tea. But yes, moving on to the food aspects of it, stuff this is another gesture. I just requested her to give me like an extra sachets of sugar, because I think I do have a tea bag somewhere in my bag, because we do get like the standard, I think 6 o'clock tea, the standard 6 o'clock tea. um and then we get breakfast around 8, and if it's late, 8:15 or so. So this was actually like a plain request from me. It did not or it does not fall under any category of meals or anything like that. But this gesture alone is just, you know, it's just emphasizing on what I've been seeing all along in terms of stuff. The kitchen staff that I'm talking about, because I've gone over the nurses, the doctors, etc. They are quite okay. I didn't give like a little bit of detail when it comes to it. I'm tired, guys. Okay, I'm gonna try and hold it because I also don't want it to go wobble or to make my footage blurry. So Papa system some. So the doctors ne, my son is being attended to by a physio and the pediatrician. They're both nice people. Nice in a sense of within their scope of work, obviously. It's people you are able to ask questions and then they respond with with understanding that you are supposed to be asking questions, or rather with them understanding that you are going to be asking questions because you might not understand, other medical terms. So his pediatrician is Dr. S. Buthelezi. I'm not quite sure what the S stands for, but Dr. Buthelezi, or like umama nje, all right, uphansi, moya uphansi, always keeping her tone very, very welcoming, and nje umama onomoya ophansi. I think it's easy to relate with people like that because they're just giving an aura of, hey, I'm welcome, I'm receptive to whatever you might ask me or any of your concerns. So Uma, like I would refer to her as Uma, because even when she comes in, I'll be like, hi, manager, Ma, because of, I think, in terms of age-wise. But I go to Kulil as like Kulil, and then there's Dr. Mbanda, or Mbanda, physician, physiotherapist. Almost said physician or physiotherapist. Also very conversational. He's actually the one who interpreted a lot of other things that I did not, clearly grasp at the onset when I got to be told what were the results of the x-ray for my son, because he's been coughing, is like fluey, and I think the main major problem was his temperature. So, and then we tried Panado and it wasn't working, and then I decided, you know what, we're going to the hospital because there's no way we're going to be sleeping with ingane egula kanje. Okay, so and then the first year is chilled, man. We even talking about his personal family things, not personal in a sense of like, oh no, but personal in a kind of there's death in his family, and everything like that. So now when he comes back the next day, then I know where we left off in terms of the conversation. I know where to pick up. That alone just shows ukuthi, I think my frame is weird because I'm holding it anyhow. That alone just shows like what type of a person you're dealing with. And I'm very appreciative of him because he is actually the one who gave me like the actual document of my results. Dr. Abteleza just told me what the results said. But yeah, he went to the reception area. He got me the copy of the results and I got to read them myself. And the things I was concerned about, because even though there's a diagnostic, I just need to know at what level. Is it that bad? Is it, But then reading through that that medical results just gave me, a bit of calmness within me, because I just understood it better. Was okay. So my son just only ticked one category, say out of 8 categories of things that they look at when they're doing an X-ray for children who are coughing, or even adults. I'm not quite sure. So out of the 8 things, my son only react or tested positive on like one in their category, in their standardized category of things that they look at or even take when they're doing these x-rays. So that put me at ease, just to give you like a background of the type of service I'm receiving. I know I'm going quite deep with this, but hey, allow me to do that, because I mean, it's not something that you can do all the time, to just say I just want to go and review that particular hospital. So I just thought about it, because no, I'm a digital content creator, I might as well just squeeze in a room tour. In this, I am still going to explain or even show you guys the room itself. I think more than anything, it's the room, it's this room setting that I appreciate the most with being here, because I'm not sharing. I've got my own bathroom and things like that. I'll show you. So coming back to the food now, the food is really nice. It's tasty. It's it's healthy. I'm gonna say it's healthy, because you're given options obviously on the things that are available in that particular day. So one thing I can say is that the portions are very small. So if you are somebody who consume quite, a bulky and a big mountainy type of plate when you're eating, you are not going to like it. So portions are very, very small. I also am not somebody who eats like huge chunks, but I eat quite regularly. So I've realized with over the days, I mean, it's not that bad. Portions are really small, because if you look at their breakfast, you're getting one slice of bread, and then it's either minced meat. If they serving that there's either minced meat and a slice of tomato, and then obviously you have an option for porridge or cereal, and then tea, and then that's just about it. I kid you not, that is usually just about it. Pepe samtana lala sithando sam. So I'm not lying. So there's still a plate there that I'm going to show you when my son eventually sleeps, but he doesn't want me ukuthi ngimbeke phansi. See how he's sleeping on me. This has been our life ever since we got here, and I'm not even blaming him, because he's been subjected to the needles when they're doing blood work and things like that. So it's actually the first time for him to go through that. The last time he was in hospital was in October 2020 when he was born, and crying over the wet wipes that they were using on his bumps. It used to be an issue there. He used to cry. All of them used to cry. So I'm going to say that about food. I'm not lying, but you get used to it. So what is happening, what I'm not quite sure what's the thinking behind it, is that, so this room is actually my son's, but it's better because it can also accommodate me, because I'm sleeping with him on this bed. So even the meals are for my son and things like that. But what they said to me is that if I do want to eat from the kitchen, I'm going to pay 18 rand extra per meal. So out of 3 meals that they provide in a day, so I end up paying, I think, 54 rands like per day, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. Whether it's a matter of me having to like really appreciate that at least I'm paying 18 rands towards that a day, other than having to go order food outside. I'm not quite sure, because I'm not quite sure, because I've never been in this situation. I can't remember. I don't know how other hospitals are doing it. Please, if you do have an information, Uguti, does a parent pay for his or her own meals if their child is admitted and then they're there with them? Do they pay separately for their meals, or is you somebody who works in medical aids or things like that? How does that work? Because now I'm trying to think, whether is it a matter of me, being grateful right now, ukuthi at least I'm paying 18 rand towards a meal. Like I've explained to you, ukuthi breakfast is like ridiculously minimal. So it's a slice of bread, one slice of bread. It's either 2 boiled eggs and and a little bit of chicken livers, and then this other time it was a scrambled egg and a grilled tomato again. And then you either can order a white porridge or maltabella, rice krispies, etc. So I've been ordering oats for my son. So I don't know. I don't want to give you a false impression when it comes to the food. In terms of taste, spot on. Presentation, spot on. Service from the kitchen staff, spot on. Meal portions, I'm not quite sure. So moving on to now the cleaning stuff. The place is clean. Yes, I'm not going to take anything away from that. I think they clean it twice a day. Not that I think they clean twice a day, even though the second time is not like an intensive type of cleaning, because I think the night duty team comes in, they mop the floor, and then they go to the bathrooms, and that's just about it. But I've noticed that in the morning, the team that works in the morning goes in the bathroom, and then they spend quite some time in there. So I don't know, maybe I'm just making a small margins comparison right now that does not really matter. So what else in terms of the equipment and the facilities and the grade of this hospital, I'm not quite sure. As I've said, things that I've not been exposed to, I'm not going to speak much on it. But there was a time my mother was admitted a couple of months back, so I got to visit her in her ward. So they're not in separate rooms. There's like I think one, two, or three beds max in a room, or two this side and the two on the other side. You know how sometimes the hospital setups are like so. Yeah, but that's just as far as I can go with that aspect of it. In terms of the service, when we got here, when we went to casualty, that was also quite quick and I think efficient. I can say it was efficient because whilst my mother was filling out forms and doing paperwork at the administrative side of the casualty, I was already inside with the doctor and the nurses on duty just attending to my son. So that I am quite appreciative of, because I don't think we should wait for the paperwork to finish up, because they even said they came to me, somebody from the admin staff came to me with the form to actually say, because it's late, we cannot call the medical aid right now to confirm if you do have funds in your account, but here's a form in case you have no funds or they've been depleted, whatever the case may be, you are going to be liable to pay 2,600 towards this process. Yes, a casualty. And I was not worried about that. I was like, hey, there's just no way. He's never been admitted ever since he was born. So I was not quite worried about that. So that was also efficient. And then I think we spent 40 minutes or so there, and then they quickly ruled out. So it's an admission. They explained, because I was with my mother, only one adult or parent can be with the child. Then my first question was like, how's the sleeping arrangement? Where am I going to sleep? Because I was exhausted and it was late at night. It was going for midnight, and his temperature had not cooled off as yet, and that was worrying me. And it also affirmed my decision of actually saying, there's no way you're going to sleep with this child like this. We're going to the hospital, because we've been trying, and at some point I took him to the clinic which is like close by home, because I was like, no man, it's a weekend. Also, he wasn't showing any signs of like severe situation or severe fever or anything like that. Because anything, we're still giving him Panadol, and then he'd respond to it and he'd cool off for like at least 5 hours or so, and then it'd come back again. So I took him to the clinic on Saturday, but on Sunday I was like, he clearly needs more attention. So I planned to take him to the doctor the following Monday, but it just did not get to that because it was like, there's no way. I think it was going for 9. Yeah, it was 8:30. It was 8 going for 8:30. And then because he was with my mother was just wemgonile. So and then I took him and I'm like, hey man, no, he's not getting better. And my mother was eating at that time. Akazange aqeda ukudla. He said, what do you think? I was like, let's take him to the hospital. And then because it wasn't even a matter of, you know, we don't drive or we don't have medical aid or things like that. It was just a matter of taking that decision because now it looked like I knew Usiazin, not even a doctor is going to be able, just like a normal GP is going to be able to attend to this right now. I think it needs a hospital type of attention. We're in 20 minutes already. Okay, let me end this section now. And then the second section is going to be a room tour. I'm going to try and just show you the passage area because I can't go outside the hospital because, hey, this boy over here, so yeah. So this is the bathroom space. Um, look, it's so neat and quite spacious as well. I don't think you'd regard this as a small bathroom. I don't think so. There's only like a shower option, and you have that basin as well um for the child, cause angithi une drip and stuff, so they can get wet if you rely on using that shower. What I don't understand though is this glass, this short glass that does not come to up to here at least, you know. I don't understand it because the water just spills all over, it comes all over here. That's the part that is just a downside to these. These may look like they're dirty, but they're not. I want to give you like a closer view. It's not dirt. I think it's just, it's the different shades of this color, so it's not dirty. It's not. So yeah, and then this side there isn't much going on. Yeah, but let's go outside the bathroom, not out. So this is like the curtain that separates like the bedroom area and the bathroom. So this is the room. It's also a pretty reasonable size as well. So I don't like this, but there's another option of charging it over there. But there's a lot going on here. There's just a lot going on. You can squeeze in your phone and stuff and put it on top of this cupboard, but there's just a lot going on in terms of like equipment and stuff, you know. So hence I prefer using that other thingy. So this is the bed. My son is just looking at me like, hey, what's going on? So this is like, you see the size of the bed is not bad, it's doable. Also, I'm a student, so hence my book is there. Okay, let's go to this tray so that I show you guys these meals and how nicely prepared they are. When it comes to like dinner meals and lunch meals, it's not that bad, you know, in terms of portions. But then again, if you're somebody who eats quite a lot, this cannot just fill you up, you know. if you eat. And then this is the juice provision that we get. So it's my son's. I think this is mine. Oh, chicken a la king. Yeah, that's just not bad. So this is what we ordered during lunch, and we have not eaten it because my son, I think my son was finishing up his cereal from the morning, so he couldn't finish. And then there's also that sofa over there. But one thing that is missing here, not really missing in a sense, but what I wish I had here was just a little cupboard over there for patients who stay longer than other patients, just like a little cupboard where I can fit in the stuff, because this one was full already. See, it's full already, and here I've got fruits, and so yeah, let us close it off here. This is basically it. I'm not going to show you the outside area. Let's close it off here. And please do subscribe. Yeah, please do leave a comment below. And do share this with people who might be interested in coming here. Thank you for watching.